Hello and welcome. This is Fireside Sounds. You're with me, Marion Johnny West. I'm all on my lonesome tonight. It's actually quite a nice feeling for a change. Listen, sorry Graziano, you couldn't make it, but we'll get you on another night. Hopefully now we'll sort it out, but hope you're feeling a little bit better. Anyway, look, there's loads going to happen and we're going to talk about what's going on around Ireland and further afield. There's always a little bit of a gig guide going on with the show. And you know what? Tonight is no exception. We're going to talk about what's hot, what's happening, and definitely what you're doing out there to make the music industry and the arts industry change. So I'm going to read a little bit here for you, so don't pass any heed if I suddenly look down away from you. Right, I'm going to mention something very, very important. It's called the Dalriada Festival, and that's taking place in the Nine Glens of Antrim. Now listen here, if you haven't been there already, it's just worth going there because it's absolutely spectacular, and it's a place that I would advise. Now, you know, summer holidays and all that, and the weather is a little bit better. Go and find out more about this. The great thing about this is that it's all about historic sporting, music and food cultures of both Ireland and Scotland. And you know what? That's a novel thing to do these days. You know, it's not just a gig. It's not somewhere you have to go to be trendy. It's somewhere you can actually learn a little bit about heritage as well. So nice idea. You know what? Get in touch with www.dalriadafestival.co.uk and see what's going on there. Okay, moving swiftly on. I want to say a big thank you to WMD Media because he has been very good. That's Evan. Big shout out. How you doing, Evan? And he's actually picked the first video we're going to play tonight. He's recommended this man, and I have to say I absolutely agree with him. Great name to start off with. James Bond. Let's see what's happening with this one. We're going to go and have a listen and come back and have a chat about it.
This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth move and then hear my heart burst again. Drowned and dreamt this moment, so overdue I owe them. Swept away I'm stolen. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all. Start 1,000 miles and poles apart, where worlds collide and days are dark. You may have my number, you can take my name, but you'll never have my heart. Let the sky fall when it crumbles.
Super stuff. I have to say, I like Adele, but you know what? I've been converted. I have to say, James Bond, you have converted me, because a male vocal on that song, I'm blown away. It's super, super stuff and highly recommended. So great stuff. Right, moving on. What's happening? Jerry Brown, Tower Records in Dublin. How you doing? You sent this in to me as well. We have a couple of big in-stores next week, which is brilliant. Okay, Parlour Flames, Bonehead, Oasis. So guys, what are you doing on July the 5th? You should be in Tower Records in Dublin. Check it out. They do these amazing in-store launches, EP launches, album launches and guest appearances. So tip along there and see what happens. Usually, it's around midday, but check it out. Some of them are like 1 o'clock, some of them are 12 o'clock. Find out, go Facebook, Tower Records, see what's happening. And it's a place to be. Okay, Paul Cox mentioned Raglan's earlier on. I have to say, fabulous band. They're actually there in Tower Records on Friday, so it's definitely you want to go along and check out as well. Halves album, there's a big launch on the 6th of July. They're a great band too. I mean, there's loads happening in Tower Records. And I mean, if you're a band out there that really wants to push the boundaries and wants to make a name for yourself, go along, check it out, find out how you do it. Even if you're into music, go along, support these unsigned acts and make sure you show what the music industry has out there. If you've got something to show, make sure you go to Tower Records. I have to say, it's a brilliant spot. And, we might just go up there someday and record a nice little Fireside special guest interviews and a bit of a session. That'll be a nice novel thing to do. Okay. Saturday night, there's an amazing thing happening, and this is what Duleek in County Meath seems to be churning out. Every single year they have a festival, and no surprises, they have Strictly Come Dancing coming around again this year. Very lucky to be invited to go along. Thank you very much. I am one of the 3 guest judges on the night, and I have to say, I can't believe I'm asked. That's the first thing I'm going to say, but it is a good thing to go out and support good causes. They're always working for charity. They're always doing and changing what's happening in Duleek and making lives better in general. So if you're into fashion, you're into a bit of fun, and you definitely want to go out for a bit of crack, go along to Strictly Come Dancing. That's on Saturday night in Duleek in County Meath. Okay, let's go, and I think what we'll do is we'll go and look at something very, very spectacular indeed. The Block C sessions have been running for quite a while now, and it's been a competition on the website to see if a band could do a cover, and whoever gets the most votes will go ahead and they'll win a slot on what they call the festival. Now, this year, 2013, there's been an amazing lineup picked out for this in particular. Look out and watch and go and see this. This is happening in Dublin on Saturday night. Bipolar Empire, you have Nonsense, you have Dirty Epics and Funzo. That's only a few of them. My God, I have a list here. It's the length of my arm. I'm going to read you out some of these because these are up and coming bands, and you're sure that this is going to happen. And these are bands that are going to break ground and going to make a name for themselves. This is the brainchild of Cian Donoghue, and I have to say kudos out to you there, Cian. And also it's a great team there with Luke Clerkin and a few others, Gav. Brilliant stuff. And also Sandy. Amazing, amazing idea. And the Academy of all places to run the gig. Brilliant. Let's talk about some of these. Okay, we have a hip hop stop, which is Conor Branley. I have to say, cool, brilliant radio station promoting hip hop artists as well. And they have a specific stage for this. I'm getting some rapping in my ear. What was that? Beatboxing, actually. I got it right. Okay. I won't attempt to beatbox. But listen, you have to hear some of the bands and some of the people that are going to perform. We've Deanie and Youngshay. Brilliant guys. They're only young, but my God, they're breaking ground at the moment. We have Funzo, Nonsense. I've mentioned those already. We've Lee Garvin. We've Fifth Element. Wow. Teresa McKenna, Facelift, 48 Hours. Gav, well done. Brilliant stuff. I've mentioned them before. Dirty Epics, Bipolar Empire. You can't miss that. Callum McAdam, awesome guy. Again, we've Susie Mooney, 20 Foot Dropping, Chris Hayes, fantastic. Shannon's and Ray Scully, brilliant. Broken Voice, Jack Orwell, Ditching Quincy, Derville Smith. Look, there's a gamut of them. If you want to find out more about that, you just go on Facebook, find it out. This is Block C Live Festival 2013. well worth checking out. And you know what? They have an after party. You don't have to see the first part, but if you want a party, you can arrive off to the Academy and make a night of it. You never know who you're going to bump into. That's the other thing as well. And you know what? It's a music night. Support the unsigned, and make sure you can have a night of entertainment, but also you're supporting what's going on out there. Great stuff. Right, another little thing I want to say as well. Rachel McCormick, you are just one of the hardest working women in the industry at the moment, and I'm delighted to say, got a little birdie told me that your new single video was debuting on TV3 this morning. So well done to you. Delighted to hear, and I always will praise somebody if they work hard and they have broke ground when it comes to music, and especially as a woman in the industry. That's brilliant. Delighted for you. So well done. Bit of praise to you. I think Rachel is one of the ones I've always been supporting along with Fireside Sounds. So you know what, it's just amazing to hear the good news. I always like to hear good news when it comes to music. Okay, a little bit more. I've been kind of watching this band called The Seducers now. They're new on the scene. Well, new to me, new to my ears. But you know what, the sound is just brilliant. They're going to be gigging a little bit, so I'm going to give them a shout out and tell you when they're going to be around. And you know what, MacVales. Who hasn't been to MacVales? Now, if you're in Drogheda at all, it's County Louth. That's the spot to go to. I have to say, the music there is always solid, and you know what, the bands that go there are quite successful in their own rights, but they're not signed. But you know what, that doesn't matter. A lot of the talent is raw, and the Seducers are one of those I would definitely say go along and check it out. And they're also going to be, that's on Saturday the 29th, and then Kennedy's of Dungarvan. There's the drive for you lads, but sure, it's worth it, especially when you're doing what you love. That's very, very important. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit more and see where we go from here. John Culliver, Dublin shows. John, I've been in touch with you and I've heard you were coming over. I'm delighted to hear Irishman coming back to Ireland, all the way from the States, to a little bit of music. Fantastic stuff. And you know what? You're in the Radisson Blue Hotel in Athlone on Thursday, July the 11th. I love the 11th. I have to say, you know my thing about 11th. Anyway, that's a great night to be performing, but anybody who's down there, please go out and support this man. You know, he's making big, big waves with the music. And you know what? Facebook him or YouTube him. Check him out and see what his music is like. I'm sure you're going to like this man. And now you've heard the name here, John Conover, and he's one of those to watch, definitely. Okay, I think we're going to have a little break. You know what, it's amazing when I see people being successful in the industry, and again, I'm just going to say well done, Rachel McCormick. I'm going to go to an ad break now and come back, and we'll do a little bit of hot and happening.